Emprepi enipa wono sebi won bibi di kakra no omko pie fiase a ayana eden ma womo. So the question is, will Agradaa be able to cope with the stress of prison life? Dia enyasem gotwa akopie in some female prison. How she is going to cope? Ahonyini fie emra ewo ho wontimi nye de ope ewo time a wobeda ewo time a sorry obi ena be hyehye na ma ese se o scrab a wo be scrab ese se wo ba obedo ese se wo ye adwuma be ma efie ni mu atia obeye, especially in a sentence in hard labor account. And then I use you especially one BBD.
The conditions in the cells were terrible. The ventilation is very poor, and the prison cells are overcrowded. I mean, a room that should take like 4 people, has about 10 people stuffed in there. And for those of us who have, asthma-related diseases, I mean, some of us would die if we were ever locked in that cell, because you won't be able to breathe, really.
Everyone, I'm Jessie.
And I'm Maisie.
And we both study law at the University of Edinburgh. If you like our content and want to learn more about our initiatives, please like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Crime Check TV GH.
On the YouTube, there will be new content posted weekly, so be sure to check that out. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us.
Bye, guys.
Hello, viewers. To be the first to watch our programs, kindly subscribe to our channel, Crime Check TVGH. Click on the bell to be notified on any of our new programs that is uploaded.
Don't forget to share, comment, and like. Thank you.
You are here for Yamamunyina Akwaba. Tap send Sawatia. A quaint tia I a fast send this free amanone eba Ghana maimo. So wo Europe, so wo UK, so wo Canada. Uni how cry. Ko App Store ho and Play Store ho. Na download tap send app no. Wo download pe. Obebisa wo promo code. Obisa wo pe. Eno an se wabahye ho Crime Check. Said ye mo hwe ya. Crime Check. Ho ne ho a. Wo Europe. Ubenya €5. Wo Canada, US. Ubenya $10. So wo UK. Ubenya £5. Na wo pe we na wo pe de. Na tie ni jeseme ye. Tap send. Do send this sika a free of charge, and to say the keka honi bi wo ha obetua charge no na sika no e betima beto o mobile money wallet ana se o bank account mo na wo mpe we e din biem e na wo pe tap send easy fast secure tap send papa no ebe na wo twene ne de yenu aba ye sister Agradaa asem ebetudwa na yeyina name ye de atono ekwan asem bisi wo na sori den mama enipa bi eba ho upon her invitation say ya yese faketo abeje kese enam so ene wakowie enso medium security prison yamane 15 years the asem betudwa na we insisted say Thursday Friday na oni efiase, and we still insist na oni efiase, though some people came ebisa na Crime Check didn't try na we still insist say na oni at the time because Thursday na administrative processes no more. Friday was a holiday, so she couldn't have been in prison. But the bottom line is our sister is finally in prison. Nene ye no more between command the latest on your sister. You be trying to na yatwa yasem so. Ati from amu nyina akwaba am say na say Crime Check Foundation ye nyina ye nim nipa dodo a eto ensase efri ye ho na say mu ho ye de bi betu dwa plus bebre a na ye media fefe nkofofom ne nyina eno achi ye de bi ba biem ene asa yasan de bi aba ene ebia na wanya ba ko ne bia ma honya ha na betebe na ha ye ba bia ye fast developing asase no so ya besia nko a wo hwa ye wo su to breme nsu to den eso hwe se de hatie eya besia asase eya gravel so nko a enye waterlogged wo to asase na nso na wo twemiensa na o document aba wo hwe bi dem documents a ene gu ha bebre won ato bibia e di adanse ubia nsaka the document aha land guard in ha intima honya ha na beje wudie na sesei asase sem enyina yenim enne sei ochina sei tunya bi na manso ni ho na be ma wasumu atowa wa jenete manage sem biem ne se yaye kona modi no ho ama nto pa on to ball eno nya woka yem fan charge yaye amasasi bia every 2 plots bia there is a road into a well structured place into ma honya ha tie to so biem anwea bo nso enye den e wo ha sei yedim se de sei anwea bo tie ebinim double axle and over 3,000 cities aha ukita 1,600 ubenya bi enunti won wotasa so wo ha free ye ho no omu si ni gidigidi if say usi edan wa ha ebo no e wo fom eye 20 plots per ti kan ho na beje wo de na nsan yawo emprepi enipa won no sebi won mo bibi di kakra no omu ko pie fiase a ayana eden ma wo. So the question is, will Agradaa be able to cope with the stress of prison life? Enyasem gotwa inti yeba behwe a couple of things. Yokwa kopie in some female prison, how she is going to cope. Ahonye ne fie emra ewo ho untimi nye dia ope ewo time a obeda ewo time a obe sorry obi ene be hyehye mra na ma ese se o scrub a obe scrub ese se oba obedo ese se uye adwuma be ma efie ne matia obeye, especially in a sentence in hard labor eka ho e den na yesu efrim, especially one BBD. Yebesa hwe how long it usually takes for one BBD no. So once some kopie quarter, how long it takes, because we all know say eche answer na ya convict one. Yenua Agradaa de no. It took almost 3 years. And no could be a bunch of board, you are quickly swept into prison. You're signing a lot of political figures. It been cray free mo. Our copy prison, our charges and all range from causing financial loss to the state and so on and so forth. Almost they be 4 years, 5 years into identity, and as such figures almost huge. It take you a long time and sana ya convict. After usually almost useful lots of technicalities in court. Into time be asem no kwa near to asha da na court na ba. No ni be there. Work of a lawyer we legal aid scheme, and legal, I don't know whether it is a commission. Lawyers somewhere across the country, more than 40. Many people don't have access to legal representation. They are there hardly. What's a call and push you. It's very how I sister with my cope with confinement, especially when Bibia Wajinania life has been so easy for her. And ni pepi na wa offend wo mo amen na so ama wakwa kowie efiase na wo koi will you survive? That lots of people go how say mo hwe the weight mo hwe how mo hwe atete so mo be ko hye ba bia e be regulate my life mo nya duru kra ankom be no ma wo
Man, we have to so one. You will be a sort of one. So I should have Madame so much to me. So what can I mean? I have to say, Mam face can uncle Mamma, no mammy, never no more. That's one.
Yebesa hwe me nipa ye nua ba ya offend omodo ye mini bia kasa ya ye nua Hobson adoye mene nakasa Gifty adoye mene nakasa Reverend Osu Bempa mene nakasa mene Agradaa papa nso akasa mene nikunu esiama enso akasa me mpese me share the details of our conversation yet asori a omo eyeye Reverend Esiama eyeye no some of them and I said the top echelon omo bu nkotodwe e paacho ese Ghana for emfa won bone enche womo enipa ye sister offend womo emfa won bone enche womo. It's a good message because I said when you offend someone the best thing to do is to appeal to the person na ono nso nya tema bi na opa or the actual. But the question others are asking so in say when the insults were all over the place, when the guns were blazing, adentina your sister no man stop no mo amobeno man stop no because it appears there was so much vilification of certain individuals consistently sebi sankrofo we no omo ye nipa omo feelings and if they are being subjected to persistent abuse they told me say the extent of abuse are affecting almost so much say psychologically it threw them off balance. The year omo some of them put say omo nana nom dachi beba be who say vilification on social media ebi omo de omo wuko but it's something they feel say it's difficult. It makes it very difficult to forgive. That is the feedback I receive from some people. Yes, sister, I offended. Initially, when I did a video, the first video, I think others thought I was being sympathetic to her. I was not necessarily being sympathetic. I think so. Her at the end of the day, the submissions I made, because you know, Oko prison, now I hope so. Be no, I am a better person. Why did I say no, I be a better person? Because at the end of the day, the whole world knows what we do at crime check. Say it doesn't matter what you may have done. You buy a for free prison. You reintegrated them, some of them into society under our ex-convict reintegration project. So the bottom line is that if you are free prison, they will become better individuals. Normal life, I be papa. We be argue say. Yes, these were petty offenders. Ebi we are punch, ebi we are, bayre, nominade. And yes, I know, yeah. Defrauded by false pretenses. Let's not also forget, as a oma every prison, ebi defrauded by false pretenses. And oma sakra. We are saying oma homfaso. It's true. Say, udi bonia. I say uja huaketia. And we are not saying say we are against the judgment of the court. No. It is clear the court has spoken. You know about no force say court there was a miscarriage of justice, and I said there was a hole in the arguments advanced by the judge. A bed trigger an appealer. It is within their right to do so. Young saw them ho na young tie a chopper won edebeto abonte. Na iria yahwe whether sa chopper way ebe melty the hearts of some people. Na iria discussion ewo ho no ye de abetuja.
Selfunso biara aba omani mu aba kroni mu amani pampempem ni nipa bi asode omani mpanimfo Jesus omo kabia eyeye omani mu asofo enipa biara wo omani mu wo ye Ghana ni wo tiwiase a enipa no ya fom no ye ne maame yonkotodei yesterday woman panyini His Excellency the President of Ghana, the President of the land, John Dramani Mahama, on any vice, Her Excellency Yamami Nana Jane, Oman Panyini, ne ho kani the first lady of the land ya maame Lordina asofo mpanimfoɔ Christopher radio presenters bloggers enipa biara enipa kuokuro businessmen enipa biara ya maame anu mu kasa akasa tia wonyam fanche fisi Kristo Yesu de ne dia atse no eni tina besine oda so te aseye yesre rade wokutu ani me afansa to akoma so nefa ba akonso ti utiri so fabo yes sre rade so de aba wusuo biara de se wakoma mu biara wajaya manaka to nyame nso ma de ate woso ensori firi woso be wo Yesu di mo eni awurade kasa ewo esumpa ye mo ewo nkotosere mpa ye mo ewo Yesu di mo risibi antasikiaka ribasi reka santa sibi antayaba arwa kizizi antayaba rezata sibi antasakayaka rebasiki akayaba rezizi mazata siki akayaba ewo Yesu dimo 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 eni ebon paye ewo Yesu dimo eni ebon paye.
Ebinom bisa say na crime check what me akosra yenuaba no anase won't me akosra. She is going through a lot, I guess. Obeti metra 15 years no. What is even more troubling say the cases ni be nso wo court. Ne mo kasa yi. Baby akodo no. Say butia no a wanhwa na sentence ni bi abeka ho. Ebi nso a civil case. No, it doesn't warrant a prison sentence. But sika ebinimasi heavily to the tune of 20 million Ghana cedis. Enye sika ketwa. Enti, how is our sister going to deal with this plethora of cases? Whilst in prison, wait and won't be sure there soon. Na ebi eba beka ho. Eno ene asem no. Areho. You do a time will be. I think a prison in your baby wish for even your worst enemy. But I know, say there are certain circumstances a pushy binum. I'm taking this course of action. It be a while so I also be taking the same course of action because I know maybe how it's painful when you are pushed to the wall. It becomes very painful. Say no one will have for the beche. And at the end of the day, we have religious teachings in Swa. I didn't in the Bible say, "Okoda if you say." I didn't want my mesra. Bible and say we born it to say we generalize it say we have to go and visit them. It is upon these religious injunctions and I feel obliged say if we want to go and visit her, we have to go and visit her. And no, that does not or will not exonerate her from the crimes that she has committed. Rudolph, Yamauche,
Agradaa Semo, ya Rehosen, One Crawford Bibre, Akasa, Hopes in Adoye, Nene Yerene, Ebusianu, Revenue Subempan, Mwakasa, Siama, Nekunu, Ne Papa. I'm saying, you're calling Sawam Koyen, Kokonket and Kete project.
A DJ's kitchen project.
Oh, okay. When you are Quenyane, Agradaa share, I don't mean a course of Sabia who Agradaa.
Yeah, I mean, we are prison. You saw, say, me because a project in a quay, me cochacha, and penifon be. But 2 person who say me who Agradaa and some.
Yes, yeah.
Masumuke
come. No, it's even
no, I don't want to talk about that for now.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about that for now. And as to, I've already indicated so many hopes in Akasa, and then if you listen to him, There's a lot of pain. They have endured a lot on any area, but he hasn't given me permission to share the details of our conversation. I don't think so to be ethically right to do that. But later on, I will talk to him for an interview.
Okay.
Now, whatever he told me, if he wishes, say, or share it publicly, now I share. Me and the wife was It was very emotional. The woman has suffered. She has suffered. But once again, Oma me permission to share what we discuss. You know this social media thing.
Yeah.
BTB it becomes a headline.
I think some bloggers are itching.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think so to be appropriate to share that information. Usually, you know, in mainstream media. You know, I've been with GBC for 15 years. And you know the ethical values, the ethical principles. So that you just don't go and then spew information when you have spoken to someone, especially when the matter necessarily may not be in the public interest. This is something that you shared with someone. So that I say, and I think that maybe journalists have to understand what constitutes the public interest and so on and so forth. So Uncle can be may retract it. Yeah, but then just a brief one. It's been difficult for these individuals, just as I said. They have been going through a lot. They have been going through a lot. When I spoke to the wife, it was difficult. It was difficult. So what's the deal? The wife, for a very long time, she doesn't want to talk about.
That's hopes in Adoye.
The wife, because
okay.
She did not, or is not jubilating over the incarceration of Agradaa.
I think so.
Or your mother. And why they were conducting her so well. So well. But as to whether they would want to withdraw the case or not, it is not for me to decide. It is for their family to decide on any kuno. And any kuno kasa say. And we hope say whatever is in their interest, they pursue it. But then they should pursue it looking at it, from a broader perspective. The person has already been sentenced. And assuming, say, certain actions, I know what cases against her in court, the more years baby sister I don't think she will survive in prison. I'm making this analysis based on the sort of person he is. So it's usually difficult to video say they can share or more how people suffer in prison. Now will BBD. Nene ibi ayabo duku necessary ukuchugotam. And of course it is legal. You have to work because it's part of the punishment. Exactly. And these are some of the issues. Mako President Mahama catch me say no cry you no kushimwa on woni BBD.
The conditions in the cells were terrible. The ventilation is very poor, and the prison cells are overcrowded. I mean, a room that should take like 4 people, has about 10 people stuffed in there. And for those of us who have, asthma-related diseases, I mean, some of us will die if we're ever locked in that cell because you won't be able to breathe, really.
President Mahama said that because one or asthma or again also conditions now on
prison and easy.
This is what is likely to befall
Agradaa,
our sister.
I think hopes in Adoye near to me who can we conducting we and since you jail Agradaa me who say I've been making comments on the matter. And I think why are there and Agradaa, I mean there are to prison, and this shows that celebrities, politicians, this shows that the law is no respecter of person. It doesn't respect your position.
Law is the law.
The law is the law, and it's the wheels turn slowly, but it grinds finely, simply finely.
I didn't say that phrase, "the law is the law," appears to have come to stay. A battled Chief Justice, that MPP for and you know they were singing it loud. And then later NDC for who used to it is assembly kutia MPP for NDC for the law is the law. You get a point. And it is true, young fact that the political and the law is the law, and the law reigns supreme to our sense.
So you realize that there are some big names that are co-praising. Even when we come to our celebrities, they say Kwakese, Ekrapim Polo, Chachu, I can't say Shatawale, Medical, all these people went to prison, and their experiences there were not any good. Kafa situation in prison, I mean, they were not happy. Yeah, even I remember, so when they came out of prison, they had to go and wash themselves in the sea. And only the train. But the most important thing now, Agradaa is in prison. When the BBD, wako prison. I mean, the emotional distress at the Bebreno. Some of these big names are moko prison, amoko yare, because of the condition. As a son, preoccupy your condition has changed. So when we go, for example, to say Atuesian say
he suffered.
Yes, even a former minister, be a friend of Dan Abodapi, also co prison or Koyare or Yare, Kwame. All those names. Yes. So we, in fact, spending 15 years in jail, Agradaa, and Oti prison, na yede nkwa nsunsu bi abreno. I don't know how.
Where who say nkwa nsunsu? Where did you get that?
Well, in fact, we are not one prisons for you.
Of course, you are right. Yes. It's not easy.
It's not. It will not be easy for.
And then you can't blame the prison service for doing inquiry so because budgetary allocation to the Ghana Prison Service. I keep on saying it's once a day 80 pesos, and I hope that this government will increase the allocation to the prison service because the prison service are operating as magicians. It's not easy. So instead of when inquiry banner saying when inquiry banner. When the necessary nutrients you can't throw any appointee, you can't accuse them, say it is their making. It's been difficult. That is why our DJ's Kitchen project is so important because we in cook kakra, we in fish kakra. We have a DJ's Kitchen project and Moshe crime check here, Koha, Yepesi Boa, na itime establish bill in someone female to supplement rationing. It's difficult. It's difficult.
So we are looking at
be whole cry by situation.
Yes, I mean, Agradaa will be going through a lot. A lot. I mean, from the beginning, there be a bushia, bitman kakra, but it wouldn't be sustained that so the 15 years, definitely on the brain.
Let's look at another thing. Or other cases in court, Yedinebeba court in handcuff. And I think that is what the bloggers are looking for. Now she's a prisoner today.
In fact, they are waiting for you to just go and meet her. Now only need a picture and now only an interview.
And you're necessary for now. I think that the person is going through a lot of psychological. She's in prison. She's in safe custody. And then for now, let her be. She is going through a lot of emotional turmoil. That is something all prisoners endure, especially high-profile prisoners. And I think you've mentioned a lot of them. I understand so when you have spinal problem. It's not easy. Kwame Pepra, Dan Abodapi, Victor Salome of blessed memory. I think the weight of imprisonment was too much for him. Much as we are not trying to equate political prisoners with someone who is perceived as having defrauded Ubino. The effects are the same. Because Omuna falls into the category of Yoye BBD. And that is why Omuntimi endure prison life. Ibiyare and Chene Biyewu. But to be a Wakuria Koko, Wakuria Bayre. Because he's seen it all, no poverty in what him. Any answer didn't poverty. Into the environment is not different, it's the same environment. But say, we will baby pa eti. Say baby I will question if you kakaka utini. Na when you asem na fe and Rudolph and show shit about what you know, that makes it a bit difficult. And and we don't know how our sister will be able to contain. But just as I said later on, if they give permission for me to share what I discussed with them, then I will, you know. And I say, I'm looking at to have extended formal interviews. So the medical camera revenue subempa and so akasa, many prophet kum chacha and so akasa or me madam for is difficult. It's a day part 1 of Yeni Abana Semino, a basic part 2, Yedibremo. There are other updates here. Main person as I said earlier. When the time is right, we will share those updates with you. Nyamenka munyina mo.